YouTube, this your boy Oscino Fly back with another review, and this time we are reviewing Smack Volume 7. Smack Volume 7 came out at the end of January. It's where, like, and if y'all not familiar with Smack Volumes, that's where the small room battles, that's where it's more close an encounter, and where a lot of where your pen, I feel like this is where your pen matters. Not only that, because you're also with your peers, and I feel like it gives that old feeling of, you know, battling in the malls or battling in the stores or battling on the streets. It's that small room battle feeling. So anytime when you hear the Smack Volume thing and the small room battles, you know it's gonna be good. And it's also where I feel like even though Summer Madness is Summer Madness and Gnome is Gnome, I feel like this is also where you will find he will put some of his best rappers against each other. So, because some of these matches are Summer Madness worth. Let's get to, without further ado, let's get to the battle. Starting with the first one, Oscino versus Danny Myers. Before I start, I'm not gonna go against the crowd and sometimes do it, because sometimes I do think, and I hope I'm not being hypocritical, but I do feel like sometimes I'm with the fans voting and sometimes I'm not. Let's just say that. I do feel like, and I do feel like when people say, oh, this person got washed, sometimes, and maybe it's just me, I look at it as like, man, yeah, he lost, but did he get washed really? And sometimes, like, but I know it's subjective, battle rap is subjective and all that other stuff, so it's like you have your own opinion on it, so whether you look at it or not. So this is how I feel with Oscino versus Danny Myers. I feel like Danny Myers won. I did feel like he was on another level of Oscino, but Oscino was rapping his ass off, and like, now the one thing I had a problem with Oscino, he stayed on his wife too long, and I feel like he probably just didn't have shit to write for Danny Myers. Danny Myers is kind of hard to write for because, like, he doesn't be in the controversy much, other than the 12K for Rex, and that's been done to death. You know, talking about his family, that's also been done to death. Like, there's not that much that you can talk about Danny Myers. Oscino's the same way, but I feel like with that, you still gotta rap. And especially in this pandemic, which people have been calling the pandemic, which is a good play on words, you really gotta rap. And Oscino was rapping, but Danny Myers, I will say, was on another level. But with that being said, I'm gonna give it 2-1 Danny. I think Oscino got the second, and he was having some bars in there too. But I do feel like Oscino did get the second. Don't be sleeping on Ars. A lot of Oscino will rap you around the corner, and like I said, I thought Oscino did good, but you know, Danny was just on another fucking level. The next battle I want to talk about, DNA versus Ab. Now, I don't know if Vixen the Assassin did something to DNA that just woke him up and all that other stuff, but this no gun bar DNA has been on point and like really scary, because even though, look, we all know it's all entertainment, like we all know some people, like the way they talking about the way they gonna shoot you and all that other stuff, we know a lot of them don't really do that. Like, even though like there are real street niggas on there, you know who's been in the streets and who's not. You can just tell by the way they move and all that other stuff. I never found DNA corny. Don't get me wrong, I never found DNA corny, but I was like, yeah, I don't know if DNA has been in the streets or not. But there's no gun bar DNA. I'm like been thoroughly impressed with it. I was impressed with him with the Geechee battle, and I've been impressed with him now. He, like, especially his third round, like, he fucking, that was a legendary third round that was getting. And then like Av talked through his rounds too. Everybody, I don't know what is it about people talking through DNA's rounds. He is a master freestylist. Why do people keep talking through DNA's rounds? You know he can make up a freestyle on the spot, and they always hit. Why do y'all keep talking to DNA's rounds? Nobody learns. That's what I want to say about that. Second, Av was cool too. Av was actually like talking to this man too. So like, this is what's just your punching Av. Av was actually like talking and shit, and I'm glad that he's like recovered and all that other stuff, but DNA broke him down. With that being said, 2-1, I gave DNA the first and the third. I think Av got the second. I think the second was like DNA's weakest round, but it was still a cool round. So DNA, I give him the first and the third. Obviously 2-1 DNA. The next battle I want to talk about, and first things first, B-Dog and Shotgun should never happen. So Shotgun should have some complications. So I hope whatever has happened to Shotgun should, I hope like that gets settled. But the next battle I want to talk about, and it's the battle that I wanted to see too, because you know I like both of these artists, and then it's K-Shine versus Chilla Jones. Now going in, y'all, if y'all done heard me talk about battle rap before, y'all know I'm a big K-Shine fan. I'm not but I'm not biased either. K-Shine lost. I do feel like, me being an observer and not just like a K-Shine fan, there's a lot of y'all that just want to see K-Shine lose for no fucking reason. Now, was K-Shine acting weird during that battle? He was acting weird during the face-off. I feel like he needed motivation to kill Chilla Jones, and like Chilla Jones wasn't trying to give it to him, because everybody knows the pissed off Shine Hulk when he gets angry, so for some reason he gets stronger. And Chilla Jones did the right thing. He's like, he said he was going to 3-0 you, but he said it's such a chill vibe that, you know, it kind of got under K-Shine's skin, but in a different way. I did feel like after that first round when K-Shine went, which a lot of people was like he got washed. No, I don't think he got washed. But I do think it was a 3-0. I was going to say 2-1, but then I looked at it again, it was 3-0. But I feel like that battle was just like against them. First off, the audio in the first round was not good, so I had to fix his audio. Props to Chilla Jones. I don't think this is a rebuttal, but it was. I don't know why people call it a rebuttal. It's just a freestyle. When K-Shine was getting his wire fixed because the audio was bad, and he said I should fire on him. It's funny you look comfortable when a nigga putting a wire on you. And everybody just went crazy. For some reason, I knew this is gonna be a long battle, and this is gonna be a long road. But even though, like, I give Chilla Jones the 3-0, and I am a K-Shine fan, and I do admit his losses when he has it, just making sure I'm putting that out there. K-Shine wasn't terrible either. K-Shine actually has some bars that you can respect. But, like, Chilla Jones was just on another fucking level. And, like, this year, like, and everybody says this, so I'm gonna repeat the same thing. It really felt like you really had to rap, and your pen game had to be on it. Like, even though I think K-Shine has a good pen game, this is like you're not put. I'm also understanding you're not putting him with the Chilla Joneses and the JCs and the QPs and them. But K-Shine does have this. K-Shine, I do think K-Shine has a pen, and he does shit, and it's just like something but his performance. Everybody knows him for his performance, and like he can perform the hell out of some shit. So, yeah, I give Chilla Jones that battle 3-0, and I don't like when I know a lot of people's like, oh, K-Shine got washed. Now, be mindful. Also, props to Chilla Jones winning Champion of the Year and K-Shine getting second. I have my thoughts about that, but I think I'm gonna save that for another video. But congratulations to Chilla Jones winning Champion of the Year. I do think you deserve it. But if K-Shine would have won that, I would have definitely said he deserved it. And also, that style that K-Shine is doing, I hope he starts another style. I know like a lot of rappers try to evolve and all that and shit, so like that whole super aggression. And do I think he sound like Twerk? No. But I understand like he got Twerk like, I don't want to say he got Twerk like moves, but it's just like that aggression, yelling and shit. I can see why people think he sound like Twerk. I just think he's trying to be super aggression, because you gotta have, once people gotta understand, you gotta have power in some of your rhymes, because like if you gotta rap it with emotion. I think that's just K-Shine. He just raps with a lot of emotion. So on to the next battle, because I could talk about this all day. New Jersey Twerk versus Jaden Nightwing. This is also a battle that I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting, and I really want to see it. I haven't seen Twerk in a minute. I think he sat down a lot for 2020 and all that other stuff. So him coming in here, he showed his ass off, and like Twerk is one of the few people I know that it doesn't matter. Small stage, big stage, there could be nobody there, there could be somebody there. Twerk can get a reaction. Twerk, and even like he was getting reactions from me, and he was getting reactions from a lot of people on there. Everybody was hitting him with the oh my god and all that stuff. When he hit this, I'm strapped in! I even got hyped because you know that's like my favorite shit to say. Like when Jersey go, I'm strapped in! I get hyped because that's when he like throws his like best bar and shit. But Jaden Nightwing, y'all gotta give that man some respect too. I understand the Thanos shit. Every time like hip hop is real, pull up a picture of him and they put Thanos and shit. Like I understand that like Thanos type of, he has that Thanos type of vibe, even though I don't really look at him as a bad guy, but like I think it's that Samoan part of him. But Jaden Nightwing was good too. And this is a very debatable battle, but New Jersey, I can't give, and I've got to be fair because I do this to Surf all the time, and I got to be fair when I do this to Surf. If I can't give you a battle if you don't have 3 clear rounds, especially like if the first 2 rounds are debatable. I cannot give you the battle if you don't have 3 full rounds. Jersey Twerk, I don't think Jersey Twerk had a third. I felt like he rapped most of his shit in the first 2 rounds. And it's like, oh shit, like I ran out of shit to say, so he tried to freestyle his third one, which was like okay, but it was like, just end it. If you really look at it, just end it. Now Jaden Nightwing, he had 3 complete rounds, and he was really talking that talk, and he was talking to him. And he was talking about how like you pin the style that everybody's trying to use against you and all that other stuff. And like I said, I gotta give it to 2-1. It's like if you want to give Twerk the battle and you feel like he won the first 2 rounds, I'm not gonna knock you. But like I said, I gotta be fair because if I do this to Sue Surf, I gotta do this to everybody. And I do this to anybody that don't have a third round. I can't give you the battle unless it's like really clear. I can't give you the battle if you don't come with 3 full rounds. So with that being said, 2-1 Jaden Nightwing. On to the last battle, which was Tay Rock versus Averb. I'm happy that Tay Rock got this battle because I feel like he's now rapped. I feel like he done rapped against everybody that's in his peer, and that is his peers, because he's been around for a long time. Most people don't know he's been around since Lux. So, but like he was in his tier with the Calicos and the Averbs and the Hitman Hollas and all that other stuff. Like you put Tay Rock in that category, really. And what do I think about this battle? I think a lot of people found this battle boring. I didn't. First things first, Tay Rock, I got Tay Rock winning 3-0. And it's not that Verb was bad, but I just felt like Tay Rock just had better material. Even though I do like the way fucking Averb be rapping. And sometimes you really gotta be listening to what Averb be rapping. The way Averb raps now, like, I feel like you're not going to get it off the first round, the first listen, but like the second or third listen, you be like, Averb was really saying some shit. And that's how I feel about this battle. Like, even though Averb was saying some shit, I did feel like Tay Rock had the better material. Even though he's gun bar kings, I felt like the aggression was there, the consistency was there. And shout out, like I said, shout out to Tay Rock. I give him that. And like, to me, even though Geechee is on the rise and Geechee is getting everybody, you know, if he's asking for it, he's getting it basically. Even though Rum Nitty is like on the app is like top dog. I do feel like Tay Rock is still the face of URL. Like he's been his top gunner and all that other stuff. So with that being said, 3-0 Tay Rock. Tay Rock was the more, to me, like he was consistent. I thought Averb Showtime was cool, but I also feel like it didn't just give enough to where I was like, ooh. But I do feel like on the second and third listen, you're going into like Averb stuff. But the first listen, you be like, what the fuck is Averb talking about? And this vegan verb shit. Also, I feel like Averb telling everybody to leave. Now, I can understand the Mook thing, but Averb, I didn't understand that because Averb always rap with a crowd. And it's not like the New York crowd either, so I feel like these are the people who are your peers, and people like fucking get your words if that's your peers and shit. And like, even though Averb has had a spectacular year, like this didn't really feel right. And I don't understand why is this always happening to Tay Rock too. Like, it's always happening with Tay Rock. But like I said, Tay Rock persevered. Tay Rock been consistent. I don't know. I'm hoping like him versus Miss Hustle, he got something for that ass, because I've been telling my sister that A-Verse gonna 3-0 Hustle just so I can fuck with my sister. Which we will do a review on that too, so stay tuned to that. But also 3-0 Tay Rock. Tay Rock did his fucking thing. Overall, this was a good card. This is a very good card. I like that everybody came with material. I like that everybody came with energy. I like that, you know, everybody rapped and all that other stuff. It wasn't no bullshit. I thought the production was cool. I think Smack has been like on his grind ever since like he went to caffeine and shit, and it's been real consistent. So I'm hoping like a lot of them get good paydays out of it. So good card. I'm hoping for Kings and Queens too, and I'm ready for that one when that comes out. Like I said, me and my little sister, we gonna be here again. Trust me, we gonna be here again. We're gonna be talking that shit. So with that being said, my name is Oscino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She roll.
Pharaoh.